Hello everyone, hello! Welcome in, I'm your host Matrix Inc. and today on Ship Talk we're going over the Origin M80, a ship that dropped during Drake DefenseCon. One I've really come to like. I really love this ship, and I know we're a little bit late getting this video out, but guess what? We're actually giving away this one in 10 days from now, so we wanted to post it when it got closer. So we're gonna go talk about this one, show you guys it on the website, show it on SP Viewer, actually show it in the hangar as well, and I'm going to tell you guys why I like it, what I don't like about it, and whether or not maybe this is something for you or not. So let's get into it. Let's actually check it out on the website right now. All right, so to check it on the RSI website, we got the Origin's first heavy fighter continues a legacy of beauty and elegance combined with high performance. Retractable weapons, missiles, and high durability furnish the M80 to dominate and sustain combat, a culmination of style and overwhelming force. For solo pilots who deem luxurious internal and external design, Origin redefines power and elegance with devastating allure and concealed weaponry created to overwhelm its prey. Heavy fighters favor firepower and durability over speed and agility, relying on strong armaments and resilience to outlast and overwhelm opponents. The technical specs are going to be 32 meters in length, a height of 6.4 meters, width of 17.3 meters, which actually the size of it's perfect for TSG. It's a really great ship for running the trench run. Weapons, you have 2x size 4s, 2x size 5s, and on missiles you got 2x8 size 1 missiles, and you got the 2x2 size 3s. No turrets, SU of 2 SU actually of cargo, which is actually kind of nice, and then you got a 225 meters per second speed. It is going to be a little bit quicker than something like an F8C. Weaponry, you have all the stuff that we know already. So let's actually show you guys the numbers on SP Viewer now. All right, guys, so we're here on SP Viewer. If you haven't found this website, it's great. It's actually great to use to compare to other ships. So with the M80, with it being classified as a heavy fighter, and right where it's sitting at the price range, it's sitting at $300. Naturally, the first thing you're going to think of is the F8C, and even the Guardian X, which comes in about $10 cheaper. So you got $300 for the F8C, $290 for the Guardian X, and really that's where I have a lot of people asking about the M80 and how it stacks up to these two. When it comes to the CM speed, you're looking at 225 SCM versus the 210 of the F8C and 208 of the Guardian X, but it's actually got quite a boost forward difference. Nav speeds actually a little bit higher. We get down here in the still even in the shields, you'll see that it actually does better than the F8C. Stacks up really well with the Guardian X, just a little bit short. And then you really get into the numbers here when it comes to the armor and hull or durability. You'll see when it comes to just the hull alone, it's at least half of the F8C, which even in the F8C is more than half of the MX. So if you're one of those people that really like to be able to take a lot of shots, drastic difference with the hull. When it comes to the armor points, yes, it actually stacks up fairly well, but the hull durability is drastically different, and I hate to say it, but you'll actually notice that quite a bit in PvP. The benefit of being a streamer is you get stream sniped quite often. So I come across my PvP quite often, and I'll tell you, it just does not hold up well in PvP. A lot of fun in PvE. You get shredded really fast in the M80 PvP wise. It's just not quick enough. It's, you know, the PvP people really like the arrow. It's really quick, and I tell you what, it's easy to get shredded in the M80 PvP wise. It's a lot of fun PvE, but when it comes to this armor and hull pool, just you find out pretty fast when you're in PvP just how different it is. So even in the fuel tank capacity, which I can't show you guys too much, but actually it does really well quantum wise, but really heavy fighter wise is really struggles durability wise. That's why I'm going to tell you guys one thing real quick. All right, let's change this to a Anvil F7CM. Let's go the Super Hornet Mark II, and let's see what else we have here, guys. What can we put it up against? Let's even take it up against something like a Meteor if we can. See what it does. Shields double, And even then you'll see where like the F7CM comes in really close with the hull, and then even actually the Meteor does really well. So looking at that, and you're thinking to yourself, you know, that's a really close comparison, you know. So a lot of times I tell people, if you're going to buy the M80, try to think of it as like a medium fighter. All right, a medium fighter that has really big guns. It does a lot of damage to those size 4s and size 5s if you get the right weapons on it. I know that's also something that really changes a lot right now, and it's hard to really kind of stay on top of what's going to be the best build every single patch. But I'll tell you, when it comes to the armor, you have to approach it as this is a medium fighter with really big guns. All right, so I've made my way into the hangar, and we've actually rocking the slate camo paint. You know, I figured, you know what, if we're going to show off the M80, let's do it in a different paint, one I really like. I've actually got different weapons on it. I've been using this quite often since Drake DefenseCon. It's great for TSG, like I mentioned earlier, great for the trench runs. It does a fantastic job. It's the perfect size. You can really work around the corners really well. And even in the combat out by the Idris, protecting the Tranquility, it does phenomenal. It does great against PvE. I rarely have any kind of problem, unless I'm hitting an asteroid. Definitely does not do good. But it's actually a great looking ship too. I was very adamant about wanting to go like full Drake Anvil build for my fleet after Drake DefenseCon, but this is one of those like rare exceptions. Besides maybe my Aegis Idris, it's just a really good looking ship, guys. It's got that Top Gun vibe to it, right? It's got that jet fighter plane vibe to it. The F-14s looks really cool. To start off with, we got the actual shield compartments on each side, which is actually pretty neat that you can access that. You got your fuel cap. You need to do that. But really, it looks really cool. I've got two different shields on. Don't judge me. All right, and we talked about that 2 SCU space of cargo. You'll see here, it'll come right down, which is really great if you want to try to get like 2 cargo boxes in here to be able to do like bunker missions, gather an armor, and things like that. Looks really good. The way they was able to put that in was actually looks really fantastic. We'll step back real quick and show you guys. They've got this really awesome like thrusters about it on the back end. I really like, and we'll show that off once we take off here in just a second. But you'll see we don't have the big guns on the front just yet. We'll put those out here in just a second. The landing gear, to me, I really like the landing gear. Some people kind of question what's the reason for the wheels with the year it is and whatnot, but I like it. You can actually kind of come in and like you're landing into one of those hangars. You can kind of make it kind of have that vibe that you're actually rolling in, if you do it the right way. All looks really good, guys. I like it. All looks fantastic. You got some more that's your radar right there. I think it's a great looking ship. I've really come to like this one. You ever have one of those ships that just starts and comes out of nowhere with, and you're just like, I think I've got to change everything about my fleet, and this is one of them. Like I said, though, doesn't do the greatest in PvP, at least in my opinion. PvE wise, it does phenomenal. TSG does great. The trench run's been fun. It's really the great size for it. Defending the Tranquility and like taking on the things like the Paladins, the Taurus, the Ares ships, it does phenomenal against. Really have had no problems. The only problem I ever have is running into an asteroid, which I will always and forever have a problem with. Skills of the trade. But no, it's a great looking ship. Let's check it out real quick. We've actually got the guns hidden for now. Let's see if we got a great view here. Let's get a little bit closer. Watch that animation come through. Let's see what she does. Go ahead and hit the button. Honestly, some of the animation CIG comes up with and trying to like hide things and stuff like that. One other animation they came out with not too long ago was the whole bee. The whole animation of seeing the whole bee come out and like deploy its canopies is phenomenal. And this is one of those ships that it's so dang good, right? Props to CIG. Looks phenomenal. It looks great. Let's go ahead and show you guys those thrusters real quick too. Looks phenomenal. And get the engines on. I mean, look how cool that is, guys. It sounds good, looks good. It looks phenomenal for that part. So really do love it. It's been a great ship. Does not do well in PvP, which I never really do well in PvP anyways, but when I say it does not do well, I'll usually last about 3 seconds in PvP. As soon as I get hit, it just gets shredded. So have not had the best time with the PvP part, but it's been great for TSG, great for anything like bounty hunter missions too. I've had a lot of fun with those size 4s and size 5s become really handy. I do like the F8C. I like the Guardian MX. Those are one of my favorite ships. I've actually got both those in my fleet as well. But with this ship the way it is, it offers a little bit more difference than what you get with the F8C and the MX2. So having those size 4s and size 5s has been a lot of fun. I like the Gatlings. I like the cannons. They do really well. I know with 4.9 I probably need to flirt with some different builds, but during 4.8 it was actually really great. All right, so one thing I didn't really touch base on was it does actually have a bed. So yes, the F8C doesn't have a bed. The Guardian MX doesn't have a bed, apart from the Guardian and the Guardian QI that do. It does not have a bed in the MX. So you do get that with the M80. That is actually a big plus. If you're one of those that maybe need to bed log and like you don't know like how much time you have to game, you're like, I want to be able to do this, run bunker missions. If I need to get off real quick, let's bed log. You don't have to worry about going back to a station. That actually comes in really handy, more so than sometimes you even think. So the ability to bed log inside the M80 is actually quite huge. And it would have, just looking at it, you would have told me, hey, it's got an interior to it. I would have been like, no, there's no way, right? That doesn't make sense. But it actually, for its size, they did a really great job getting that in there. Even the 2 SCU of cargo space, phenomenal. Makes me really like it. That's one downside the MX had when it came out. I was like, do I really want to give up my bed that I got in the Guardian? Do I want to sacrifice that? And like, it really left you kind of torn, right? So at least with the M80, you do get the bed. You do get classified as a heavy fighter. Do I think it's a heavy fighter? The gun says it is. The armor says it's not. So if you are one that's always been like, let's say you're in Skyrim and you got the big two-handed greatsword and you're like, you run in and you want to take on everybody and take so much damage, but you're dealing a lot of damage, this ship's not for you. All right. It doesn't have very much heavy armor. You're not much of a tank. It's not great for that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You gotta be really different in your style of combats where like you're gonna fly in, do some damage, and get the heck out is what it comes down to. So you're not one to stay in the fight for long. The MX definitely gives you that, where you can have the 4 size 4s. You're very tanky, lots of armor. Your shields hold up great. You can kind of stay in the fight a lot more in the MX than you can the M80. Especially like with the MX, you come across PvP, even if you're not very good at it, you have a chance to get out. The M80, not so much, believe it or not. The kind of the great thing about being a streamer is people like to come visit, and randomly you've been surprised by another player who's been watching a stream and they want to stream snipe you. So that's been a problem over the last few weeks with Star Citizen. I know it's not just me, but it's several other people that like to stream snipe, and that's okay. It's whatever it is. It's your style of gameplay, I guess. We won't get too much into that, but I do not do very well with the PvP and the M80, so they take you out pretty fast. We've had our fun with it, but other than that, it's a great ship. I do love the M80. It's a great one. PvE wise, it is phenomenal. It's been a lot of fun for TSG, running the trench run, protecting the Tranquility. It's been great for that. It's a phenomenal ship. Really love to see it. And yes, you do have a chance to win this one. Yes, you do. Check out the description down below. Use that gleam.io link. There's still 10 days from the time I record this. Hopefully I get it out there pretty soon, where there's like at least 9 days, right? So follow everywhere you got to go on that gleam.io. Build up channel points in my Twitch channels to actually increase your chances of winning. And guys, best of luck to you. I hope whoever wins it is going to enjoy it. Till next time, see ya.